NTA International News.
Nigeria's Minister of Foreign Affairs assures EU of the country's commitment towards free and fair general elections in 2015. SUREP enters into an agreement with National Information Technology Development Agency to train 600 youths. Plus, eliminating violence against women, Nigerian male gender champions draw world attention. Hello, my pleasure to welcome you to NTA International News, coming to you live from Abuja, Nigeria. Now, tragedy struck again as a bomb exploded at the Kano Central Mosque near the Emir's Palace at about 2:30 p.m. Friday. The incident, which has been confirmed by the Joint Task Force JTF spokesman Captain Ikechukwu Eze, claimed several lives. And looking forward, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Aminu Wali, says Nigeria is committed to ensuring transparent, free and fair elections in 2015. He said this at the 5th Nigeria-European Union Ministerial Meeting in Abuja. Correspondent Gabriel Odu reports.
Ambassador Salama, who attested to hard times faced by countries world over in containing security challenges, attributed the condition to lack of adequate education and awareness by the people.
From the biggest countries in the world to the least country in the world, you always find security challenges. It's always dealing with the social condition of the people. I mean, if the people are suffering, you find security challenges are higher. To build a society on well-education, a well-intellectual basis is the most important things, because they will make them think what is right and what is wrong in the right way.
Ambassador Ashraf Salama, who also appreciated the vast potential arable land in Nigeria, especially in Niger State, expressed his country's desire to collaborate in the area of agriculture by bringing in Egyptian expertise, noting that Nigeria has a lot of human resource being underutilized. Governor Babangida Eliu, who also noted activities of insurgents in some parts of the country as a temporary setback for the nation, expressed optimism that the whole problem will soon fizzle out.
And we want a direct relationship so that Niger State government and people can have a direct relationship with the Egyptian government.
In Mina, I am Mary Nerbershi, NTA News.
That was Mary Noberger's reports. Now, looking forward. Okay, now, the Egyptian ambassador to Nigeria, Ashraf Salama, has advocated proper enlightenment of the citizenry on security matters as a way of containing insurgency. Now, Mary Noberger reports again. Moving on, the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa, UNECA's mission to Nigeria has been concluded with the presentation of a report on the implementation of a work plan to assist NEPAD Nigeria actualize its set objectives. Taiwo Dubeson has the details.
With a track record in providing strong technical support across Africa in areas of capacity building, knowledge management, communication, as well as improved governance across the continent, the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa, UNECA, commenced the process of assisting NEPAD Nigeria in achieving its transformational objectives. This is with a view to actualizing the transformation agenda of President Goodluck Jonathan. The Commission is here again to deliver on the aspect of implementation of the work plan, with particular focus on revitalization of NEPAD's sectoral clusters.
I wrote a letter to UNECA to come and help NEPAD Nigeria establish those clusters, because it's one of the conditions given to us by the NEPAD implementing agency, that if we actually want NEPAD Nigeria to be active, NEPAD Nigeria to be on the front line of activities of NEPAD, that we need to re-establish the clusters.
We came here to reorganize the clusters. We came here to institute an effective advocacy and communication strategy. We came here to launch an advocacy tool, an electronic advocacy tool, which we plan to sustain for the next 3 months. Over that period, we will have identified somebody here in NEPAD, Nigeria, who will take up the mantle and continue it.
The event also featured the unveiling of NEPAD Nigeria News Journal, launch of the upgraded NEPAD Nigeria website, and the electronic advocacy tool. In Abuja, Taiwo Odugbeson, NTA News.
Now to Gabriel Odu's report, where he says that Minister of Foreign Affairs Ambassador Aminu Wali has said that Nigeria is committed to ensuring transparent, free and fair elections in 2015. He said this at the 5th Nigeria-European Union Ministerial Meeting in Abuja. Correspondent Gabriel Odu now reports.
Issues before the 5th Nigeria-European Union Ministerial Meeting include migration and security, investment, elections, as well as capacity building.
Some of you might have been observers to our last election, or at least you have gone through the report of our last election. It has been adjudged to be the most free and fair election in our history. And we want to build on that. And we need your support and understanding for that.
The EU delegation said Nigeria is a strategic partner given its size and population as well as historical factors.
The role of Nigeria at regional, continental, and of course global, international level. I have no doubts that investing here it is also considered smart politics and smart economics.
Nigeria and the European Union are meeting for the 5th time at the highest level. From the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Abuja, Gabriel Odu, NTA News.
The Subsidiary Reinvestment and Empowerment Program, SUREP, has entered into an agreement with the National Information Technology Development Agency, NITDA, to train 600 youths in the next 12 months. The Memorandum of Understanding to that effect was signed between the two federal government intervention agencies in Abuja. Ruben Okala reports.
Software industry and IT services have been identified as having the potential to transform the economy, create jobs, and contribute significantly to the country's gross domestic product, GDP. It is also a potent tool to constructively engage the youths and stir up their creative ability. Under the partnership, the benefiting youths are to get welfare of 30,000 naira each for 12 months from SUREP, while NITDA will provide laptops, training content facilitators, business incubation, as well as mentoring.
Management is actually committed to see that this program, is very successful. And in fact, the training will start early January. And this is in a bid to actually go in line with the transformation agenda of Mr. President in creating job or building capacity for this country.
Agree with me that if ICT is a major driver of our economy, then clearly therefore any of them who is able to set up an enterprise will of course be engaging and employing some other person to support him or her.
Identified sectors that the capacity building will be optimized include agriculture, health, oil and gas, education, as well as the creative industry. In Abuja, Ruben Okala, NTA News.
The situation of the internally displaced persons, IDPs, in northeast Nigeria has generated a lot of concern. To this effect, the Nigerian Red Cross Society has launched an appeal to all Nigerians to bring succor to more affected people. Correspondent Obegelu Gwoke reports.
Statistics by National Commission for Refugees indicates that internal conflicts have displaced over 1 million people across the country within the last 1 year. The Nigerian Red Cross Society is keeping with her mission to save lives and alleviate the situation of the most vulnerable people, especially women and children, is appealing to well-meaning Nigerians to assist in its humanitarian efforts to address the enormous needs of the internally displaced persons in Northeast.
We are targeting 480 million to 150,000 people, 50,000 per state.
Today we are targeting 150. Tomorrow we may go far as long as we have resources to go. To be able to address issues of pregnant women, the children that need to be immunized.
The organization said it has distributed 900 metric tons of food and non-food items to 51,000 people in Maiduguri alone. The appeal for support is to go beyond Maiduguri, aimed at addressing the needs of more people in states of Adamawa, Borno, and Yobe. In Abuja, Obiagelu Goke, NTA News.
And to gender matters now, a forum of Nigerian male gender champions has joined world attention on the elimination of violence against women as they advocate for enabling environment for the women folk. Talatu Ezirike reports.
The 25th of November to the 10th of December every year is dedicated to tackling violence against women, which includes rape, genital mutilation, trafficking, wife battering, and child marriage.
Overwhelmed with a series of violent cases requiring urgent legal attention by my ministry is working with the Federal Ministry of Justice, National Human Rights Commission, and other civil society groups, steeper penalties against perpetrators and protect victims.
Concerns in this part of the globe are high about addressing acts that dehumanize women. This has given rise to a forum, Nigerian Male Gender Champions, appraising the 58th session of the United Nations Commission on the Status of Women. They want gaps to be closed in education, security, and decision-making.
Men can and should be partners in educating other men on women's rights and in moving our society toward gender equality and equity.
It's not a threat for women to be empowered. It does not threaten men for women to have skills. It does not threaten men for women to have greater say in how we are governed. It improves productivity.
There were also commendations for friendly policies enacted by the National Assembly. In Abuja, Talat Ezerike, NTA News.
Meanwhile, for women to be active political players, they have to be visible, because with visibility comes recognition. This is a thrust of a book titled A New Kind of Dance, authored by Amina Salihu. Aishatu Zango Abdullahi has the details.
A New Kind of Dance is a narrative of the author's effort to bring years of civil society learning to bear on the field of practical politics. It takes direction from the perspectives of organizing and working with women.
It's no longer enough to dance after politicians. That is the old dance. The new dance is one where women dictate the tune. They decide when they dance and how they dance. And that includes dancing to the leadership positions.
Reviewing the book, former Minister of Women Affairs, Hajia Hajosani, says the book can be adopted as a manual for step-by-step training of men and women for political participation and leadership.
The book combines the author's knowledge and background as a political scientist with practical experience during the 2011 elections.
I feel the Nigerian women have done a lot to justify their taking leading position.
Affirmative action, yes, we've done this in appointive positions, but in elective positions, they're not allowing us to do it.
Guests commended the author's efforts for giving the book a dual status, having been written in two versions, first in English, then translated into Hausa language, titled Sabuwar Gada. In Abuja, Aishatu Zango Abdullahi, NTA News.
News on NTA International. Another look at the top stories. You heard that at a meeting with the European Union officials, Nigeria's Minister of Foreign Affairs has expressed the country's commitment towards a free and fair general election in 2015. We told you also that SUREP has signed an agreement with the National Information Technology Development Agency to train 600 youths in the next 12 months. And coming ahead, stakeholders of the Central Bank of Nigeria's Fiscal Liquidity Assessment Committee held retreats. And healthcare record officers receive training to boost performance in healthcare delivery service.
About 50 years ago, a child was born in the Ajah district of Ibadan land, named Oluwaseyi Abiodun Makinde. This child is divinely endowed with philanthropy and kindness to the extent that he cannot bear to see people suffer around him. He has therefore taken it upon himself to touch lives and make impacts with various philanthropic gestures, scholarship to indigent students, empowerment, widowhood supports, and countless others.
He has been doing a lot of things, despite that he's not in government. He's trying. He has done so many things for the people, bursary and work for the students, taking care of the widows.
Support PDP. PDP power. Omititu Igbaotu.
The FRC and NTA and VON annual service of 9 lessons in Christmas carols is here again.
The program, which started over 10 years ago in Abuja as a local carol night, has grown into a national affair.
It's an exhibition of classical and Nigerian Christmas songs and carols,
Featuring spirit-lifting renditions and inspiring messages in celebration of the living Christ.
Celebrated groups like the Last Ekweme Choral Group will be there.
Theme: Celebrating the Prince of Peace.
Venue: National Christian Center, Abuja.
Date: Sunday, 14th December 2014.
Time: 3 p.m.
Message giver: Senior Pastor, Dunamis International Gospel Center, Dr. Paul Enenche.
For sponsorship details, call 0803-303-7678
0803-704-3300
or 0802-722-2869.
Coming live on Radio Nigeria, NTA and Voice of Nigeria, Sunday, December 14, 2014.
The FRCN, NTA and VON annual service of 9 lessons and Christmas carols.
Making Christmas memorable for you.
Thank you for being there. We begin this segment by asking, can monetary or fiscal policy alone achieve microeconomic stability and growth? This is a question that financial stakeholders at the Central Bank of Nigeria's Fiscal Liquidity Assessment Committee will be focusing on at a 2-day retreat holding in Abuja. Shegun Olgunli reports.
Can monetary or fiscal policy alone achieve macroeconomic stability and growth? Is apt in the light of unfolding global and domestic economic conditions, which underscores the need for greater coordination between the monetary and fiscal authorities.
The Deputy Governor, Economic Policy, Central Bank of Nigeria, Sarah Alade, was unequivocal on the roles of monetary and fiscal authorities in ensuring financial and economic growth and stability, especially in the face of dwindling oil fortune. She also emphasized the global economic challenges and the need for financial institutions in Nigeria to remain relevant, especially as political activities begin in a couple of months.
Anticipated level of injection should be enormous because of spending as a result of political activities. Against this background, FLAC members at this workshop are enjoined to appreciate the importance of their individual and collective roles in confronting the enormous challenges that lie ahead.
It is hopeful that the retreat will offer participants the opportunity to evaluate recent challenges confronting monetary and fiscal policies and to build the trust required in sharing information, which would be key to strategizing for the growth and stability of the national economy in the days ahead. In Abuja, Sheun Ogunluyi, NTA News.
Now talking technology. Sanitizing the process of paying for technology transfer coming into Nigeria and the inclusion of local content in the telecommunications sector were the focus of a roundtable between the National Office for Technology Acquisition and Promotion, NOTAP, and communication service providers in Abuja. Adebola Brookslyn Sunday has details.
One of the mandates of NOTAP is to regulate the consumption and inflow of technology into Nigeria, especially as it affects the national foreign reserve. To achieve this, 3 levels of regulations have been put in place by NOTAP.
The minimum requirement is that the total budget for the annual technical service of the company, minimum of 40% must go to the local vendor.
It's a departure from what we know from normal regulators. You can see a synergy being built, and a consultative forum like the one we are having this week will surely create a lot of relationships across the divide between the regulator and the regulators.
And for the achievement of critical national objectives such as the improvement of local content in the telecom sector and promotion of indigenous capacity in the billing system of telecommunications in Nigeria.
It used to be 100% foreign paid. We cracked that to say that Nigerian computing or software companies must be factored in this if they want NOTAP approval.
The roundtable is in preparation for a conference to be held in Lagos, Southwest Nigeria, early December, which will have NOTAP, Federal Inland Revenue Service, Central Bank of Nigeria, National Communications Commission, and other key players in the sector participating. Adebola Brookslyn Sunday, NTA News.
Now get to know more about Nigerian vessels coming in from China. Scheduled to sail from China to Nigeria on December 7th, the NNS Centenary will be manned by a well-trained crew of 69 naval officers with Captain Okehie in command. Julieta Aino takes a look at the NNS Centenary, its makeup and capabilities.
Named to mark Nigeria's 100 years of unity, the NNS Centenary's motto, "Defending for Unity," saddles her with the responsibility, first, of defending the unity of the nation against internal and external aggressors.
We have been able to curtail crude oil theft, illegal bunkering to a large extent. So it's not today we are starting to show that we can do our job. And we believe that with this ship and others coming, we'll do it better. So please, there's no reason to fear or doubt our abilities to do our job.
With a length of 95.5 meters, the NNS Centenary is designed for a speed above 20 knots and built for stability in rough weathers.
Now you have a very small wheel that controls the ship. Everything on the ship is electronics. Every single thing, mechanical, electrical, is electronics, digitized. So the men have to be retrained, to meet up with the demands of the ship. So it's a big improvement on what they had before.
Fitted with modern navigation and communication equipment, the NNS Centenary is capable of surface and anti-air warfare.
We have several capabilities on board the ship, both our guns, and we also have what we call the oil support recovery system. If we have a spillage, we can assist in the containment of spillage in Nigerian waters.
But the work starts now as we prepare to go back to Nigeria. All hands must be on deck. No room for error. No room for laxity. Taking charge of his crew and ship, Captain Okehie believes the battle against threats around the country's maritime criminals has been won. The vessel will conduct maritime surveillance, exclusive economic zone patrol and response, and ultimately protect Nigeria's offshore resources and infrastructure. She will also provide aid in civil unrest, natural disasters, and others. From Wuhan, China, Julieta Aino, NTA News.
And now sports. Central Bank of Nigeria Governors Cup draws 150 golfers to Abuja as Deaf Sports Federation monitors athletes at a week-long championship. Here is Ayodeji Makinde for these and more on Sports Update.
$150 golfers will be in contention for the ultimate prize when the 8th edition of the CBN Governors Cup tees off at the IBB International Golf and Country Club, Abuja, on Saturday. Organizers expressed satisfaction with the tournament, which they say has tightened the bonds of friendship in the country.
This annual tournament also creates a platform for interaction and gingering a spirit of friendship among competing golfers and consolidates network partnerships.
At least 30 trophies will be won over the two-day competition. The 3rd edition of the National Deaf Games has commenced in Abuja with 9 teams from different parts of the country participating in the event, which began on Monday, 24th of November, and it's expected to end on Thursday, 4th of December.
To encourage deaf athletes to showcase their talent, especially now that their sport is not included in the coming National Sport Festival holding in Calabar next year.
The games, organized by the Nigeria Deaf Sports Federation, NDSF, features athletics, badminton, football, and table tennis. New Ghana coach Abraham Grant has described his task of leading the Black Stars to winning a 5th AFCON title next year in Equatorial Guinea as a daunting but achievable one. The 59-year-old Israeli signed a 27-month contract till 2017 with the Ghana FA and has 6 weeks to prepare the country as genuine replacement for Nigeria as African champions next February. With sports updates, Ayodeji Makinde, NTA News.
And that's the size of our bulletin at this moment. We thank you for watching.
FRCN, NTA and VON annual service of 9 lessons in Christmas carols is here again.
The program, which started over 10 years ago in Abuja as a local carol night, has grown into a national affair.
It's an exhibition of classical and Nigerian Christmas songs and carols,
featuring spirit-lifting renditions and inspiring